Betterment Investing. Is it really investing made better? Or is it a scam? As investors, should we consider using this tool? Watch this video to find out more. Hello and welcome back to another video with Mind Money Masters. I'm really glad you're here. Today we're going to talk about another robo-advisor that is rising in popularity called Betterment Investing. We recently talked about the Acorns app, so I wanted to offer an alternative if you're looking to use these online advisors. But first, please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, you may have noticed that I talk a lot about personal finance and investing on this channel. As part of that, I also want to talk about how to start up your own personal business or online business as a side hustle. Please check out the link in my description to learn how to set up an online business. Anyway, I love starting off my videos with quotes from various people. Today we have a quote from Robert Arnott. In investing, what is comfortable is rarely profitable. I feel like he's talking about risk and reward and risk management here. I like this quote for many reasons. Investing for profit may mean you have to reach out of your comfort zone and try new things. If your investing strategy is comfort or comfortable, you could be missing out on some profit. Some food for thought there. So, what is Betterment Investing? Some people avoid investing because they feel unsure about how the system works and are afraid to make any type of costly mistakes. I certainly understand that. When I first started investing, I spent a lot of money and got a very little reward until I was properly educated and knew what I was doing. So, thanks to the increasing number of services and applications offered today, the field is becoming a lot more accessible for everyone. Most apps provide complete investment management services ranging from creation of balanced portfolios to the reinvestment of dividends. The bottom line is that you don't need to be an expert in investing to make an account or to create an account. If you are new to this world and looking for a way to invest without having to select stocks by yourself or mutual funds or ETFs or options, Betterment can potentially help you, or this type of application could work for you. Now, Betterment Investing was one of the first automated online investment platforms and is still used and considered one of the best applications out there. The system does use the modern portfolio theory to allocate your money to the right investments, particularly stocks and bonds, based upon your risk levels. This application provides the same level of service you would get from a human investing advisor. Now, obviously that depends on the amount of assets that you're looking to invest. If you have typically higher assets, you get more of an individualistic approach. But in a general sense, the modern portfolio theory can work for most relatively new to intermediate investors. It will automatically invest your money in a diversified portfolio of stocks and bonds without high expenses that the advisors require. Now, it's important to note that in this review, we are talking about 3 different types of plans with to fulfill the diverse requirements that any investor may have. The basic plan is free, and it provides users with a debit card and the possibility to withdraw money with no limits. The quote-unquote digital investing option is for account balances that are under $100,000. This includes socially responsible investing options. I talked a little bit about socially responsible investing options, ESG and SRI options in another video that you can definitely check out. I can put that in the description so you can check that out as well. But there is another plan that is called the premium plan, which does charge a flat fee. It's 0.4% on the account, and it's really only suitable for profiles with a much higher balance than $100,000. That $100,000 is actually the minimum requirement to even get into that. Now, what makes Betterment Investing maybe better than the others? They do offer a low simplified investing model, and they do not require any financial knowledge from the investor except answering a few questions. The application has a user-friendly interface, and the possibility to create financial goals and checking your investments are all in there within the questionnaire. Also, Betterment Investing has no requirements in terms of any initial investment. Now, we did mention you have those 3 different plans, and some might have better options than others, but there is no requirement of an initial investment. That makes it really more accessible to anyone willing to start a new account without any particular, or if they're just in the growth phase of their investing life cycle. You can open an account for free, fund it as you please with regular contributions. The annual advisor fee is lower than one offered by most of the competition, and you can manage your own particular account for just a simple 2.25% per year. Now, the app does allow for flexibility. It makes it possible to adjust your portfolio and your risk profile depending on as you get older, as you take on less risk, more risk, whatever pieces of the puzzle of your general financial retirement portfolio that this account may fit into. Also, Betterment does offer tax loss harvesting strategies on all taxable accounts. So when we talk about taxable accounts, I would always encourage you to talk to any investment advisor. I am not an investment advisor. I would also encourage you to talk to a tax advisor. I also do not have any tax advisor accreditation. So most of the stuff, everything in here that I talk about is not a recommendation of any kind. It's just based upon my personal opinion. So if you do want to make some investment decisions, please, please, please talk to your investment advisor or your investment professional before making any investment decisions. Now, the tax loss harvesting for tax accounts minimizes tax liability. So you also get unlimited access to financial planners and advisors within this account. So that might be an option for you if you don't have any financial advisors or tax planners. The application does offer the possibility of opening a checking account. We talked about that a little bit earlier, and it would allow you to earn some cash back from various retailers. So standard checking account does apply there. So, this is all great, and we love hearing about what makes it better, but, we wouldn't be fair if we didn't give a review offering some of the challenges associated with this particular type of account. So, some drawbacks of Betterment. So to start off with, basically, the variety of investments is limited. You can really only get into stocks and bonds. It is a little bit better, I think, maybe getting into stocks and bonds than it would be to get into ETFs and mutual funds. Now, some financial advisors would disagree with me, given that ETFs and mutual funds are quote-unquote more diversified, but I like stocks and bonds also because of the flexibility that you might be able to get into with some actual risk management techniques, specifically options. So I like the idea that it's stocks and bonds versus ETFs and mutual funds, as it kind of, in my opinion, goes from the top to bottom, like stocks are first, ETFs might be second, and mutual funds would definitely be in the bottom. So that's just my personal opinion. Now, newer investors do like the feature of just stocks and bonds because it does allocate specifically based upon your risk profile, but it might limit, if you are an experienced investor, to just only use stocks and bonds. You don't get into any alternative investments, unless potentially in the higher accounts. That's a possibility, but it does limit the flexibility. It's not like a major brokerage firm per se where you can get into anything. You're kind of limited in the particulars of this account. Now, if you're concerned about fees, though, you can find alternatives that charge no fees no matter what your balance. That would require some more research on your part. Like I said, this one, if it's fully managed over 100,000, it's 0.4%. If you're just doing it yourself, they're still going to charge 0.25%. So this particular app also does not synchronize with different accounts from other brokerage firms, unless you have the premium profile. Now, if you have more than one account and you want to kind of see it all, Betterment might not be the best option for you, unless you have one of the higher premium profiles. So just some things to think about from the standpoint of drawbacks. They are fairly limited drawbacks, but they are there nonetheless. So my final take, I believe that Betterment is a valuable service, but it may not work for everyone. New investors will probably get the most out of Betterment because there's no minimum investment to start, and it's a very simple interface. It kind of makes it takes some of the guesswork out. You just kind of answer some questions based upon your risk profile and you get an allocation. The service is generally suitable for those people who don't really have a lot of time to manage their investments and maybe who just feel overwhelmed with the general knowledge of finance or investing in general. Overall, Betterment is still one of the best online and automated financial advisors for the inexperienced investor. So if you're looking for an efficient platform to handle passive investments at really an affordable price, you really should consider this option and look in further detail with it. Now, I enjoy looking into many of these investment apps that can make our lives easier. I earlier did a review just recently on the Acorns investment app, and it's very similar to this review. However, if you're looking to compare, I would suggest taking a look at the Acorns review as well. At the end of the day, if I can make investing decisions easier for you, then I feel like I've accomplished something. That would give potentially you more financial education, and that leads us to our ultimate goal of financial freedom. I hope that's kind of what we're all here for. Mind Money Masters is really based upon offering that financial education that you can make better decisions to get you to financial freedom in a shorter amount of time than 65 years per se, and retiring with the gold watch. It's not really realistic anymore. So I'm hopeful that we're all looking for the opportunity to be independent of a clock or of a boss. We would still have priorities, obviously, and deadlines, but that priorities and deadlines would be our own and not someone else's. I really hope that that's your goal as well. So keep in mind, I say often, investing in the stock market is only one piece of the puzzle. There are 4 asset quadrants, 4 asset classes in the asset quadrants. And we need at least 5 streams of income. So make sure to check out the description section and click on that link to learn how to build your own business that can offer you another cash flow income line, basically allowing you to maybe even fund your investments. So that'd be a really cool thing if you're just still working on your day job, but your side business is just paying for it's funding your retirement plan. So please feel free to reach out to me with any questions. Having a personal business as a side hustle can get you to your dreams faster. I know this firsthand. I really, really hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks again so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to my videos. Cheers to your success and happy investing.